Everything starts when an aircraft lands on the runway. At this time, ground handling agency, airline staff, and airport operations staff have already been communicated in advance the estimated time of arrival ETA of the aircraft, and they make their preparations on the aircraft stand. These preparations include calling equipment operators to get ready for action and conducting inspections of all ground support equipment to make sure everything is working smooth and no surprises are faced when aircraft finally reaches the bay. Aircraft finally reaches and parks on the bay. During aircraft parking, all the staff and equipment maintain a safe distance from the aircraft. Once the aircraft jet engines have been cut off, ground support operations begin. Ground power is usually one of the first facilities engaged with the aircraft, especially if the aircraft's APU is unserviceable. Ground power unit supplies 400 Hz 115 volts 3-phase electric power to the aircraft. Passenger boarding bridge is engaged with the aircraft to allow the passengers on board to disembark from the aircraft and enter airport building. Preconditioned air unit supplies fresh conditioned air to the aircraft to keep the environment inside the plane comfortable for passengers and crew. Cargo loader and bulk loader are positioned with the aircraft to unload passenger luggage and ULDs from the aircraft cargo compartments. Cargo dollies and baggage carts are towed to the aircraft stand by towing tractors for transferring the unloaded cargo to the airport building or to another aircraft if it is a connecting flight. When unloading is complete, loading of cargo and baggage for the next flight is carried out. After passengers have exited the aircraft through the passenger boarding bridge, aircraft refueling equipment like fuel hydrant dispenser is engaged to top up aircraft fuel tank for the next flight. Lavatory service truck services aircraft's waste tank, and potable water truck refills the aircraft potable water tank. Catering truck brings meal trolleys for replenishing aircraft's catering supplies and retrieves empty trolleys for conveying them back to the flight kitchen. After doing their job, ground support equipment disengage from the aircraft and leave aircraft stand. However, GPU and PCA units and passenger boarding bridges remain engaged. By this time, the airport lounge connected with the aircraft stand is already filled with passengers awaiting boarding for their flight. Airline staff begin the boarding process, and meanwhile, ground handling crew arrange towing tractor and air start unit to prepare for aircraft pushback. Once all the passengers have boarded the plane, aircraft door is closed and passenger boarding bridge is retracted to its home position. Air start unit is used for starting one of the main aircraft engines, after which GPU and PCA units can be disconnected, as the idling engine takes over the electrical and air conditioning systems of the aircraft. Air start unit is also disconnected, and towing tractor crew wait for the pilot's signal to begin pushback. Once the signal is received, towing tractor pushes the aircraft back to the nearest taxiway from where the aircraft reaches runway and takes off. In this way, all different ground support equipment work together to service the aircraft and prepare it for the next flight. If you would like to know more about aircraft ground support equipment, please use the link in the description to an online course in which all ground support equipment we saw in this video are explained individually in detail.